Hello there, folks. Happy here. Naturally, hope you guys are having a lovely day. We are playing Rome 2 multiplayer. It's 2v2. We have Roman factions versus Greek factions, and precisely it's Epirus and Macedon on this side. We are using mod called the DEI or Dividend Impera. This is an overhauled mod for Rome 2 that's aimed primarily for single player experience, but you can have a lot of fun playing it on multiplayer as well. And well, the only problem is that at times factions are not perfectly balanced. The rules for today's matchup are maxed 5 same units, so you cannot bring more than 5 units. Then we had limitations when it comes to artillery, only one per army, and we had limitation when it comes to elephants or chariots, only one per army, of course. I'm gonna use the names from guys on Discord, and by the way, we did this one during my Discord event last Sunday. If you guys want to play some Rome 2 with me or Gates of Hell or something else, join the Discord, and we're gonna have some fun. Well, this is Anime Kid. He is commanding Epirus, and his core army is consisting of 6 Thesprotian Thorax infantry. These are some of the best Greek sword-based infantry that you can bring. They really look badass. I'm not sure if they're good enough to face Roman legions one-on-one, but they're quite good. He made a small mistake bringing 6 instead of 5, but, you know, not a big deal. Things happen sometimes. Then on his left flank, covering his left flank, would be Tyreus swordsmen. Tyreus spears are probably more famous from the base game, but these guys are pretty good. They have solid bonus versus infantry, and they're not really your main body of troops, but they can cover the flanking. They can do a lot of killing if they can get into the rear of enemy units. Then he has 2 of these Rhodian mercenary slingers that are quite good, and has 2 basic Greek archers. His general, this badass looking dude, look at the capes, blue and red. It's Sacred Squadron. These guys are excellent on charge. They're also pretty good in prolonged melee, have excellent armor. Then he has 2 units of Sarissa Lancers. These guys have very, very long Sarisas. They're amazing on the charge, 63 charge bonus. The problem is they lack armor, they lack any shields, so they're gonna struggle versus range units, and they're really bad in prolonged combat, so it's kind of a hit and run unit. On his right flank is Andreas. Andreas is bringing Macedonian army, and he's starting off with 3 of these guys, Greek bronze shield pikemen, and they're excellent holding force. They're probably not gonna do too much killing. And then on his right flank, these are white shield infantry. They're not the best infantry unit in the game. They're light. They don't have the best melee attack or defense. Their charging bonus is not great. Behind them, he has 2 Tyreus swordsman units that we already covered with Epirus. His cavalry would be late Secret Squadron, and these guys are also badass. They're really, really good. They're powerful. They can do a lot of killing if given the time, and we'll see how they perform in today's battle. His general would be a royal bodyguard. Very interesting unit. Usually Macedonians come with cavalry for their general because you can get 200 men. But he opted for Hoplites to probably hold the line, and we're going to discuss this strategy a bit later. Then he has Oxybellus. These are basically bow throwers. They're really good in this mod. They're excellent against cavalry or heavy infantry, have insane range, insane damage. His skirmishers are very similar. Has 2 of these Greek slingers and 2 Rhodian mercenary slingers. Over here, he has 2 medium skirmish cavalry. So these guys are not too bad. They can do some skirmishing. And now, talking about my ally, on my left flank would be Andre. Andre is probably the best player over here. He is always beating our asses. And Andre has a channel. I will put the link down in the description. So if you're interested in seeing a campaign in Dividend Impera and learning more about the game, this is the guy. So he knows a lot. Let's talk about his army. So he's bringing more of a quality in comparison to quantity of our enemies. his core army is consisting of Imperial veteran legionaries. These guys are great. They can do a lot of killing if given the chance. On his left flank is Imperial Eagle cohort. These guys are epic. They have 400 men instead of 200. They cost a lot, and again, they can do a lot of killing. Per unit, their health bar is not as high as other units, but as I said, tremendous unit and definitely worth the money. And guarding his right flank would be Marion first cohort. They are very similar units, 400 men each, very powerful. He has Scorpio. It's again bolt troller. It's the same as Oxybellus in range and damage, reload time, ammunition. They're exactly the same. Then we have some of the light auxiliaries. These guys are really good. They have solid melee stats. They have armor of 20. They can be pretty good. But yeah, nothing special about them. His general is Imperial Praetorian Guard unit. And for his cavalry, he has 2 auxiliary camel riders. These guys are good versus cavalry. They scare horses, but they're not that good versus infantry. And finally, my army is more of a quantity rather than quality. My center is being held by Marion veteran legionaries. I have 5 of them, and then to my left flank, towards Andre, I have Imperial Eagle cohort, and here I have Marion first cohort. Then I have 5 of these Chameleon Levy Slingers. They are probably some of the cheapest units in the game. I think they cost 360 denarii. They have short range, but they're slingers. And if given the time, these guys gonna do a lot of damage, regardless of their poor quality. Then I have 2 Balearic Slingers, and I have 2 Polybian Reserve Spearmen. Their job is basically to protect my right flank from enemy cavalry, and I have 2 Numidian Mercenary Horse Skirmishers. My general would be Military Tribune. Nothing fancy, I just wanted Cav unit for the general. And that's it. And here we are. Battle is unfolding. We are moving our troops towards them. And Andre will be facing Andreas, Macedon player. I will be facing Anime Kid, who is Epirus player. And we can see some interesting situations over here developing. Because Andre did not bring any long-range skirmishers, he will have to get there quickly. Because Macedon has an advantage in number of skirmishers, but also in range. So there is not much of a skirmishing for Andre. He will have to charge, and this is why he's so pushing ahead. I'm kind of lagging behind at this point. I want to use my my skirmishers first, my skirmishing cav. I wanted to bring some proper cav, but I just didn't have enough funds, and then I will have to give up all of my slingers, and probably would not end up you know, working out for me. So I'm quite happy with my army choice. Now Epirus is sending 2 of his Sarissa to face my Numidians. Elsewhere, Andre's still keeping his auxiliary Camelon Riders hidden.
Fill the skies!
Okay, this is the first official skirmish. The problem for these guys is that even though they have the same speed, they cannot really catch up with our Numidians. And as I said before, they're really susceptible to any kind of range fire. You can see how quickly they fall. And now he's bringing Agrianian Peltasts. These guys are much better matched for my Numidians, so I decide to retreat. And because Andre's cavalry was hidden, I think that Macedon believed that there is no cav on his right flank, so he's bringing his skirmisher cav to match my skirmish cav over here. So Andre did a great job hiding his horsemen.
Quick march!
And this is where the clash will begin, in the center. Interesting deal that those slingers and archers are focusing first on the light auxiliaries. I think that Andre brought them to deal with enemy pikemen. But these guys are suffering so much fire. probably a good idea to push them forward. They should be tanking all the fire instead of the Legionnaires. I think that the Scorpio is firing at late Secret Squadron. Oh, yeah. They're losing a few men here and there. How about Oxybellus? Oh, Oxybellus is focusing on Roman General. And I think this is one of the reasons why both of these guys decided not to go for Cap Generals. It's kind of strange for Macedon to go Hoplites for their general, but... over here, we had neutral charge, and I'm charging the flank of these guys. We are being outmatched on my right flank, and I'm hoping to God that these guys do not engage. Because I'm just demonstrating force, I don't really have much to offer here. Okay, my guys are getting charged over here. I made a mistake. But I think I'm gonna still pull through and try to focus on those guys. My skirmishers, though, are focusing fire on the flanks, like that. On the center as well. I'm charging in, as you can see. And this is where Macedonian player figures out that there is cavalry on his flank. He will have to go all the way back. So my flank is a bit more stable. I feel a bit better now. And we're just focusing fire on his infantry down there. Let me see. These guys got Chevron. 79 kills. Oh my god. They absolutely destroyed this cav unit. Absolutely destroyed it. This is like 2,000 denarii. Roman General is getting picked off here by that Oxybellus, and now is being charged by Macedonian General. You guys really look badass. Look at them. It'll be very difficult for camel riders to do anything versus heavy hoplites. Interesting engagement. Andre managed to flank those bronze shields.
Fire!
And this is where Emperors tried to kind of pull through. There was a gap, but I managed to close the line. And there is a lot of fire being exchanged by the skirmishers. I'm using my general to go after their skirmishers because they're in the open. And I think this was purposeful. Emperors was watching me, and he wanted me to commit. You can see his service is coming over here. I just want to make a quick charge and run back before his cavalry can catch me. And remember, these guys have speed of 8. My general has speed of 6, and his general is coming in, hoping that, you know, my general will get caught. And now we're shifting our focus with our skirmishers. We're trying to focus on their cavalry. Yeah, let's see if I get caught over here. It's very close. Yeah, we got caught, but luckily, not many of our guys got caught. Like, we managed to escape, and the Sarissa cavalry did not get a clean charge on us. Only a few kills. But now they're charging the backs of our infantry, which sucks. And enemy general is trying to push through as well to my skirmishers, but I'm blocking it with my infantry. Let's see over here. Oh, Andre's general is in danger. He got shredded to pieces by that bow thrower. And we're gonna have a problem with the left flank. Sometimes bringing quality units is great, but you know, quantity can be also quality in itself. Over here, I abandoned this because I can see that Andre has camel riders, and they should be able to deal with Sarissas. But another enemy horse unit is over here, and they get a nice charge off my Balearics, but they got hit by a volley, and they suffer heavy casualties in the process. And this time I'm pulling off my Numidians behind enemy lines.
Now!
And we are also trying to focus on those guys. They're gone. We killed them. We're trying to focus on enemy general now. Because enemy general will be charging our infantry in the back. These guys are pretty much gone. As we said, they're very vulnerable to skirmish units. And also in a prolonged combat, they cannot really stand a chance. Let me see on the other side. Yes. Macedonians are having great success. Pushing the Romans down. And even this Imperial Veteran Legionnaire unit is routing. They had 150 men out of 200 and they still routed. Sad times for the Romans. But we're winning in the center. As you can see over here, Epirus is breaking. Their melee infantry is not as good as Roman infantry. And we had skirmishing superiority as well. Let me see. This is a really nice rear charge by my general.
For glory! Taking!
Perfect.
Loose!
Gonna ramp up some kills. And now we're pursuing them big time because almost all of their melee units broke. We are trying to make sure that their range units cannot really form up and, you know, kind of start firing at us. So we are picking them off with our cavalry and swordsmen. Here I do like bait and switch. I'm moving my Numidians away and I'm charging with my Royari. And here I kind of make a mistake. I charge in with my general, but these are Agriani and Peltas, and they're better in melee. So my general gonna take some casualties. I'm gonna have to pull him out eventually. Over here, we still have a fight left. Scorpio also a lot of kills, 220 so far. Completely destroyed that very valuable cavalry unit. And these guys are forming up square. Their sole job is to hold. They don't have to win anymore. They just need to hold until my guys come in. And I was focusing Emperor's General with my slingers. And we managed to rout the unit from the battlefield. Well, not completely. He will come back eventually, I believe. Yeah, my general took some casualties fighting the Agrianians, but now we're rear charging. Let's see it. Oh, they managed to take a volley off. Killed 5 men in the process. Pretty good. Pretty good. But that was enough to break those guys down.
Pull back! At the devil!
Things are changing on this flank.
Advance at speed!
We won the right flank, they won the left flank, and this is where we collide. Luckily, these guys have insane morale, and they're still holding. Almost 400 kills for them. Very, very impressive. These guys are getting charged from 2 different sides. And we also get a like square formation. Because our infantry is superior, and white shields, they don't really stand a chance versus our legionnaires. I guess we're gonna be charging over here at the enemy skirmishers. Let me check the other flank. We're focusing down this unit of bronze shield pikemen. These are enemy Rhodians. I believe they're out of ammo as well. Yeah, they have their swords out. As I said, we are charging those guys. And we're also bringing our infantry over there. We're going to see how it goes. We managed to rout one of the enemy units. And yeah, those guys are breaking. Counter charge. Very nice. Yeah, we have to kill those pikemen. Because if they survive with enough men, they can kind of box, and it will be very difficult to get to them eventually. But here we get a really nice charge, and enemy general is, I think it's stabilizing. If he dies, it's GG for Impera's player, and he broke. He broke.
Forward!
Those guys are still alive, and they still have ammunition.
Break forward!
Those pikemen are charging in, our skirmishers, because they have nothing to lose. If they stand there, they're just gonna get shredded to pieces. We're winning on this flank as well. These are Peltists, and we're gonna, charge them again. They're quite good in melee, especially versus, like, light cavalry. And here are my guys. They're trying to help very first cohort, but these guys, they really, really tanked. I think that this should be the MVP unit. Just amazing performance. Being surrounded, being pressed hard on like 3 sides, and they still hold and do so much killing. Those guys broke. We surrounded them. They had nowhere to go.
Advance at speed!
And now I'm trying to get a good charge on the enemy with my general. But also, I'm seeing that, a first cohort is about to flee. And I'm looking to get into the range. And yeah. We pop rally, they stabilize, and these guys get into trouble, and they're routing.
Attack!
Oxybellas get charged by my light cavalry, and they're pretty much gone at this point.
Engage!
Macedonian general is fighting to the last man.
Quickly now!
And let's see the final charge.
Engage! Let on!
Yeah, really nice job by the Lydians. That's pretty much it, guys. Very, very interesting battle, very close. Game looks phenomenal. With blood and gore, it's a beautiful looking game, especially with the EI. Let's end the replay and let's see the casualties. I did not do a great job during the event. The first 2 battles I lost convincingly, but this one was a really good battle for me. My general did a great job. Really, a lot of rear charges. He paid for himself. Numidians did a great job. Chasing down enemy units, skirmishers, not allowing them to form up and fire back. These guys, as I said, they're really trashy. If they get caught, they can get absolutely destroyed by anything and everything. But because they were in the back, they were safe. My left flank was protected by Andre, and I had a lot of time to fire. And we did a lot of killing, not only killing with skirmishers, but also HP damage that cannot be seen. So their units will falter in melee quicker. Then first cohort, these guys did a great job as well. My veteran legionnaires did a great job. Royari as well on the flank. And Epirus had a problem just being outmatched by Romans in the center. I think this was the biggest issue. The one mistake he made was not to push the flank because he had superiority numbers in quality on the flanks. Because my Royari are not as good as those guys. And yeah, he didn't really get a good value out of his cavalry. So I think this was the problem. With Andre, these guys did a terrific job. Terrific job. They managed to destroy the elite. 0 kills. 0 kills for these guys. Impressive. Andre General got shot by Oxybellas, and this is the reason why he fled so quickly. These guys did a solid job, and some of these guys got demolished, absolutely focused down by enemy units and demolished before they could do anything. The other guys did a really good job. The problem was that he lost his general early on, and this was a devastating blow. But look at these guys. I think these were the MVPs. They held that flank. If they collapsed, the game would be more difficult to win. But they held their ground. They did so much killing. Very, very impressive. So that was a really good deal. We can see Andreas. His troops performed rather well. He didn't have as much quality. He brought a lot of quantity though, and his skirmishers did an okay job. These guys were okay, but they just had so much in numbers that it doesn't matter if they don't trade well versus Romans. They did their thing. He did a good job flanking, killing enemy general, and then rolling up the flank. Too bad he didn't have enough strength to win the battle. But excellent battle, guys. Consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Also, check out Andres' channel in description below. And if you like this content, let me know. I'm gonna make more of it. See you next time. Bye, bye, guys.